Oh, Alonso's away well. Lewis tries to counter him, and Heidfeld, there's a flag at the back, but it looks like Heidfeld's attacking Hamilton. Alonso goes to the outside. Has he made it? He's run wide. He's cut the corner. If he takes the advantage, which he can't, he's done what he did in Spain. He's gone for broke, and it's cost him. Alonso loses out. Heidfeld's up in the second place. Alonso drops to third, and he's got a Ferrari nibbling all over the back of him. But Lewis Hamilton leads in Montreal. Into the pit lane, Lewis Hamilton in the McLaren, leading this Grand Prix. He had a 19-second lead over Felipe Massa's Ferrari and 21 seconds over Alonso at the time of this stop. So theoretically, he might be able to come out, if it's a quick stop, around about where Alonso is.
Safety car's on. Safety car board is out. What is that for?
Well, that's if that's the case, if the safety car is deployed and we're not getting that signal yet, that's really going to cost Lewis Hamilton, because he's made a pit stop under racing conditions. Everyone else is going to get to make one under safety car conditions and save the time.
Well, it depends, James, how quickly they close the pit lane, because as soon as Alonso's in, under the new rules, and Alonso, Rosberg and Co are in. Let's see, we'll wait for the computer to tell us when they close the pit lane. Oh, and that's why we've got Sutil having hit the wall hard at 4, debris on the track. That car appeared to be cleared out of the way. He's wrestling that thing along the wall. I think that Alonso pitted after we'd got safety car deployed on the TV screens here. Touch and go, but if he did, and I think he did, then he'll get penalised.
The Ferraris are having to stack, of course. This is what was going to happen. When they say pit lane open, all the cars will come in to refuel. The Ferraris have had to stack, so Massa's come in and Raikkonen's come in right behind him and lost a lot of time because of it. But down here at McLaren, the guys who aren't on the pit wall aren't sure either. Paddy Lowe, James, as you know, the engineering director, he's kind of giving it the too close to tell whether we got away with that one. But I think if they hadn't have pitted Alonso, then he might have run out of fuel.
Look, these are cars coming out of the pits with the red light on. They have to, and the BMW of Kubica waited for the green light. Montoya was penalised last year for that. That's a big accident for Kubica, and a horrible accident going on there. He's moving his hands, and obviously safety car will be out again. But he must have tangled with somebody in the braking area down there into, I think it's turn 10, into the hairpin. Oh yes, he's had an accident very early on, and that was at maximum velocity. I've never seen a car crash like that in this circuit at that place. And he's certainly moving his hands about at that point. It's the Toyota he connected with. He took off, oh yes, and headfirst into it. So nearly collected the Toro Rosso of Scott Speed that you would have thought in any normal circumstances would have been well out of the action, and that was a huge impact. And both Alonso and Rosberg have been given a 10-second stop-and-go penalty, but the energy that went on there for Kubica was absolutely horrible.
We're riding on Bondo with Lewis Hamilton. This race is about to get underway again, and look at the lead he's already got on the safety car. Heidfeld has been rather recalcitrant at this restart, and Alonso behind him, and Hamilton goes. The race is back underway. We're approaching half distance here in Montreal. This is definitely now Lewis Hamilton's race to lose. He's got it under control. Well, there's a big black tyre mark on the exit wall, the wall of champions as it's known here in Montreal, because Tony Oliuzzi has gone into it. His car has come to a stop on the way down towards the start-finish line. It's well and truly out of danger for anybody coming out of the chicane, but I guess the race control will be looking at this again. A difficult place to recover the car from, but not an immediate threat, I wouldn't think, to the car still racing.
There's no way you can leave marshals in that position trying to get rid of the car. And once again then, Lewis Hamilton must wonder what on earth he's doing. It was the curb in the middle, threw him wide, classic problem there in what they call the champions wall, and out he goes.
Oh, we've got a car in the wall.
And
a safety car. Jarno Trulli, who had just made a pit stop and was obviously speeding around the track to join onto the tail of the snake, has crashed, and may well delay the the safety car coming in even more. What an extraordinary afternoon. This is just incredible. That's on the way out of the pit lane at turn 1 that he's gone off, and obviously it's very slippery if you get offline there.
Look at this, he's got a run on him. That'll be a brave move down the outside of Fernando Alonso.
He's a brave man though, and Alonso knows that he's got a championship to win here, and he lets him through. Sato goes through into 6th place ahead of Fernando Alonso. Well, if you live to be 100, you thought you would never see that, but it's happened here today. So much has happened here today in Montreal. Well, he's rewriting the book of what is possible in Formula One. If he can do this after 6 races, what might he achieve in the future? Lewis Hamilton wins! Surely the first of many for Lewis Hamilton. The world is at his feet.
What a drive, what a mega star we've got on our hands with Lewis Hamilton. I can't imagine a more challenging afternoon on a dry racing track anyway. Absolutely sensational, faultless, brilliant performance by Lewis Hamilton. Heidfeld got 2nd, Wirtz on the podium for Williams, well done to him. Kovalainen 4th, Raikkonen 5th, and Sato 6th, Alonso 7th, Ralf Schumacher getting the last point for Toyota.
There was never really any doubt in the mind of anybody in Formula One that we'd be witnessing this moment sooner rather than later, but how soon it has come has astonished everybody. No one has ever started in Formula One like this guy has. It's completely unprecedented.
The team gave me the best car. You know, I had no problems during the race at all. A few safety cars, which sort of made it a little bit boring at some point, but as soon as we got going, it was exciting again. But I did hear about Robert. He's a good friend of mine. I hope he's okay. And so best wishes to his family and everything. But I have to dedicate this one to my dad, because without him, this wouldn't be possible.
And it's lights out and away we go, and it looked like Lewis Hamilton got the better start. Nico Rosberg certainly got a very good start, and he's pressurising Vettel, who runs very close to Romain Grosjean. Felipe Massa has made a good start, but he's still behind Fernando Alonso. Down the outside goes Romain Grosjean, trying to put pressure on Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton leads, Vettel keeps hold of 2nd place. Rosberg now challenging Grosjean on the run down into turn 2. He's got to watch out, Rosberg, because here comes Alonso round the outside of Grosjean. He's almost moved up a place, gets squeezed off the track, and that could allow Rosberg back in, but he's got Massa now for company as they head through turn 3, and Rosberg's gone wide and off the track, and Mark Webber there gets a visor full of dirt.
Grosjean getting, oh, we got a lock up on the way into 4, look at that, almost 3 abreast, absolutely crazy there, not working out well, and we got contact.
That's Nico Rosberg going off the track. He's gone off once, he's gone off twice, and the second time round could be catastrophic for him. Nico Rosberg in all sorts of bother at the start of this race. He's now got Sergio Perez for company, down in 11th place.
And he was looking at P2 heading towards the first corner, was Nico Rosberg. It looks like he could have right rear damage as well.
They're the 1, 2, 3, all going round in single file in the penultimate corner.
They look as close as they did. And
Lewis
Hamilton pits.
So Mercedes forcing the issue, went very wide there, almost using the curve as a banked exit into the entrance into the pit lane.
All the time counts. The watch is running from those lights going out to the flag being dropped.
And it's 80 kilometres an hour, the pit lane speed now, and it's medium compound tyre for Lewis Hamilton, all fixed on, and away he goes as Force India and Williams await their drivers into the pits as well.
Well, he had a 23-second gap to Ricciardo. Will he get himself out in front of Jenson Button?
No, is the answer there, and that could be crucial for Lewis Hamilton, because he would have wanted, the Mercedes strategy team would have wanted to get Hamilton back out into some clean air. Romain Grosjean now leads the Hungarian Grand Prix as Vettel makes his first pit stop. And will he get out now ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who is yet to come round now, is just coming round the final turn. 80 kilometres an hour. Mark Webber, you can see, going through your picture, past his teammate Sebastian Vettel, but where is Lewis Hamilton? There is Lewis Hamilton ahead of Jenson Button, and he is still ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Button might be ahead of Sebastian Vettel going into the first turn. Going to be tight. Button does squeeze past the current championship leader. Grosjean comes out behind Lewis Hamilton, behind Jenson Button and behind Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen, behind Felipe Massa once again, with Adrian Sutil getting into that mix. You saw the Force India going through into turn 1. Grosjean is going to go for this. He is going to gain down towards turn 1. He's going to switch to the outside and try and go the long way round. Now cuts in towards the apex, gets a much better exit out of turn 1. He is closer to Vettel than he has ever been. Going down towards turn 2, once again tries to go the long way round the outside. Vettel saw it coming and covered him off. Vettel's got very close to Jenson Button here. I wonder if he's going to have a go into turn 4 and maybe push Jenson Button wide. He does. Sebastian Vettel spotted an opening there and took it. Couldn't wait for Button to come into the pits. Had to get the job done there because he just hadn't had chances before. Now Grosjean is having a go on Jenson Button and they touch. Going into the chicane. It wasn't clean for Romain Grosjean. He takes to the escape road. Now Fernando Alonso fancies his chances to get past Button and he does.
Hamilton pits.
He does, from the lead of this race, and the gap between himself and Sebastian Vettel was 11 seconds. Vettel now moves into the lead once more of the Hungarian Grand Prix from Alonso and Webber.
Okay, Lewis, you've got Webber ahead on 8-lap-old prime tyres. Alonso ahead of him, 19-lap-old prime tyres. We need to get past these guys.
He's got a huge amount of more speed down the pit straight. As Lewis Hamilton and
he's going
more
around the outside here, Martin. He's going to try this, you know, going into turn 3. Fully committed, Lewis Hamilton, and makes the move stick, puts himself back up into the top 3 again, and now Fernando Alonso in his sights.
Oh, he pitted.
Yeah, Alonso pits. A sensible option maybe on that one, as Sebastian Vettel too pitting. You can see there they're getting busy in the Red Bull pit box. Our race leader spinning that those rear wheels before he's released from the jack, and away he goes. Behind now Lewis Hamilton, down to you, Ted.
Yeah, but that was very slow and steady, wasn't it, from Red Bull Racing? So Vettel handling all sorts of problems during this race. Fernando Alonso just passed me.
Ted, just want to butt in there because, as we can see on our screen, Jenson Button is once again ahead of Sebastian Vettel. You say all sorts of problems. They're continuing onto the track now. He's already spent 12 laps behind Button in this race. He might have to spend a few more behind Button as well. Now on board with Sebastian Vettel. Jenson Button on the old soft compound tyre is there for the taking on this occasion. And it's not 12 laps he spends behind Jenson Button, it's just a couple on this occasion, but it's still 2 more that plays into Hamilton's hand.
Yeah, but it's gained back on again then, isn't it?
Yeah. Race leader Lewis Hamilton comes in for his final pit stop. And there goes Sebastian Vettel. You just saw the Red Bull flying down the straight. There he is into turn 1. Hamilton, where's he going to come out though? Ahead of Mark Webber. This is going to be really, really tight, isn't it? It's going to be side by side going into turn 1. Hamilton just locks up. He's got the inside line. Mark Webber goes around the outside, and Mark Webber is ahead now of Lewis Hamilton on the track after Hamilton's pit stop. It's Red Bull 1 and 2 out on the track, and Hamilton will fight this now down into turn 3. Maybe the back marker helps him a bit. He's got the inside line there. Webber has to go off the track. Hamilton goes through. Here's the thing, Ted. Raikkonen is now ahead of Sebastian Vettel on the track. And there's Daniel Ricciardo, may well be Sebastian Vettel's teammate when we come back to the Hungaro ring this time next year.
Okay, Sebastian, the situation is this. You've got Kimi ahead of you. He's going to the end like this. Your tyres are 13 laps fresher than his. That's it. But he's ahead on the road.
Yeah, he's just lighting that Red Bull up still, and Raikkonen's gone a little bit wide, and he's under pressure then up into turn 4. He's having to stay to the left-hand side as Vettel tries to go right. He's on the marbles. He'll be all over the place out there, and it'll cost him a couple of seconds. He can soon recover that, but can he do anything when he gets there? Raikkonen knows if he just keeps parking in the middle, he can keep him behind.
It's a 4th win in Hungary. It's a first win for Mercedes. Hamilton wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a way to end the first part of the season. What a way to sign off before the summer break. That is going to be a holiday he will enjoy for the full 3 weeks.
Get in there, Lewis. Get in there. That's P1, man.
Brilliant job, Lewis. Fantastic drive. Brilliant job.
I have to know this weekend, guys. Thank you so much for all the hard work. Pit stops were fantastic.
For 70 laps today, Lewis Hamilton survived everything they threw at him. Maybe occasionally got the rub of the green, but there's no doubting it was a fine, fine drive for his first Mercedes win.
That's an incredible feeling, and I really have to say a big thank you to all the fans today for turning up. You know, it was great to see their support, and my team. You know, they just did an incredible job. We studied a lot last night. We were hoping that the tyres were going to work for us, and you know, we really had no idea it was going to go that well. And you know, it was, you know, the last 20 laps I was just managing the tyres and cruising.
And the Grand Prix is underway. Good reaction time for Kimi Antonelli. He's close. It's not the launch that Lewis Hamilton wanted on the soft tyres, but Hamilton crucially gets ahead of Antonelli. Norris is in the mix as well. George Russell holds the lead. George Russell holds first place, and the launch off the line was good to protect second. Can they all make it through in the background? Racing Bulls off the road. Hamilton's got better fire up from those tyres. He's attacking George Russell as we make our way to turn number 4, but Russell gets the launch that he needs, and it's Russell, Hamilton, Antonelli, Norris, Verstappen, and Piastri gained a place. Charles Leclerc gained 3.
That was a tidy getaway for George Russell. Initially it looked like the reaction from Hamilton was slightly better, and this is the perfect scenario for George. He's just starting to open a little bit of a gap, knowing that he's got more durable tyres.
If he clears him here into turn 1, this could be Lewis Hamilton in the net lead of the race in a lap time.
He's right on the brink, and Hamilton can't get there. He will clear Sergio Perez, and Hamilton's electric outlap is interrupted by Piastri.
To update, Lewis will be on a 3. We are still racing at Norris, so we need to keep these lap times going.
Around the outside, like he wasn't even there. Old tyres versus new. Hamilton finds himself into 6th position, and the timing page says he's 22 seconds back now.
Net lead of the race, Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton to the race lead. George Russell out of the final corner, and we wait to see for Antonelli. Russell is making his way by.
Watch for Norris. Norris is the driver, so Russell's through. Antonelli looks like he's gonna just cover him off.
Russell maintains the advantage over Antonelli. Norris is covered off, and Lewis Hamilton leads on a medium tyre, having put together such an attacking stint. Fernando Alonso is stationary at turn 9. Virtual safety car, which is deployed. And where is Hamilton? Hamilton has gone beyond the pits.
That VSC is going to be out for a little while yet. Hamilton could get the chance to have a cheap pit stop.
He hasn't won a Grand Prix for Ferrari. His old rival breaking down might just change that. He's back out into the fast lane, no need to take the risk. And George Russell is making his way by, but Lewis Hamilton is clearing onto the circuit. We are now racing to the control line at reduced speed. Lewis Hamilton's looking for the white line that defines him as the race leader.
And now the VSC is ending. That couldn't have been better for Lewis Hamilton, who has the freshest tyres, a very fast car. Oh, that was seamless for him.
And you are in front.
Great job, guys. It's all just a little bit of history repeating, but make no mistake, it's more history for Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton wins a Grand Prix for Ferrari. His first Ferrari Grand Prix victory comes in Spain. 106 victories, the new record to beat in Formula One. A legend forged in silver resumes in red.
And well done, Lewis, well done. Finally, you got you deserved the first year that we will always remember. Thank you.
Ciao ragazzi, grazie a tutti. I'm Maranello. Thank you so much. You helped me achieve this dream, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you for everyone pushing so hard back at home. I'm so proud of you. And to my family, I love you. And to the fans, thank you for continuing to remind me who I am. Couldn't have done this without you. Grazie.
The first team to win a Grand Prix this year that isn't Mercedes is Ferrari. And that bombshell move where no one expected it. The press release was one line. It said Lewis Hamilton would be joining the team. And then to follow it up with 2025, where he seemed to doubt it, 2026 brings the win. What a moment.
First, I have to start and say a huge grazie to everyone here, my team here, Ferrari, everyone back at the factory, Fred for believing in me and bringing me to this team. I started out a dream last year, which seemed almost impossible during my time last year, but we never gave up hope, and the team just continued to lift me up. We made so many changes and we made so many improvements, and on top of that, I've got the greatest fan base a sportsman could ever ask for, and so thank you to everybody.